Hey folks, thanks for clicking. I appreciate that. So today we are doing a little cleanup, kind of a jungle gym area. People want to spruce it up, bring it back to life because it looks a little bad. So let's flip it around. Let's take a look and see what we have today and check it out. Oh, and here it is. It's lovely. The structure itself is still pretty solid. I checked it out first because I didn't want them spending any money on this if it wasn't kind of solid still. It's not really rotted, so it seems okay. So I'm not really here to fix that. I'm here to do the landscaping, which as you can see is overgrown, and they had some, I don't know if they were 4x4s or something. They're all rotted out pretty bad. You can see like everything is, it's falling apart. So I told them, listen, it's got to go. There's no saving it. So first thing we're going to do is we're just going to remove all of this border. I'm going to get it out of here, load it right up into the truck, and then once we do that, we're going to clean all of the brush and whatever tree branches we can get to without going crazy around it. And then it's going to clean up over here a little bit, but I did notice a very large dead branch right, if you can see it, there's two big branches right up here that are dead, and that is definitely out of my height range of what I can trim. So we're going to be cautious over here and not get too crazy underneath it because because it's dangerous. So I think I'm just going to start by hand and see which ones I can pull out of here, throw them into the truck, and close. And we'll go from there. I brought a saw and I brought a bar and a hammer and stuff if I need to, but I don't really think there's any spikes in here. I think they were just kind of laying on the ground. So let's give it a go. Okay, so we have the border, or what I could actually pick up of the border. The rest of it was all just like it's all just smashed, so that's all right. We'll grind that up. We got a pretty good amount of nasty, rotted, I don't even know if that's wood anymore, but it's a mess and it needed to go, so we got that out of there. All right, now I think the best thing to do probably would go around this backside, and let's work on getting some of these branches out of here, because this whole back area here, we can't have this. This got to go. So I think the best thing to do would be, let's start with the big branches, get them out of the way, we'll get some light in here, and then we can see what's going on. This really wasn't part of the job, but we're gonna have to talk to her about it, because though this structure is pretty solid, there's some kind of a big hole back here. I don't know what happened. There was a tree stump maybe a long time ago, but like this whole piece of stuff is falling into this hole back here. So I really suggest jacking this thing up, supporting it, you know, down underneath here, and then we're gonna have to fill this hole in, which this part. And then I don't know if they want to do it, but like I would say, if you're gonna save this, let's power wash it, and let's spray it down with some good clear sealer, you know. So that we have to talk to the customer on. We didn't discuss that yet, but I think once we get it cleaned up and we get all this landscaping out of here, all the weeds out, and get the ground leveled, I think they'll be excited about fixing it up, because you can see there's just a lot of like mold and stuff on it. But that will be another video. Look who showed up.
Hi.
Hi, Sky.
Hi.
It's sort of a day off.
Yes, it's rainy. It's wet.
It's rainy. It's not a good
day
it's not a good day to mow grass. No. You had to do some sister recovery.
Yes.
Yes.
Pickup time.
Baby's back.
Baby's back from the airport. Yeah.
She's happy.
She's happy.
Oh, good. Alright folks, so we trimmed pretty much everything I could reach from the ground. I think I'm going to get the orchard ladder and get a few more of those ones from the top over there. Those over there, I think they should go. But first, I think I'm going to go get the tractor, and we are going to run the flail mower through here, and we are going to chop all of this stuff up into mulch. Clearly, this is the more fun part of the job. Anytime I get to use the tractor is a fun part of the job. So we should be able to get right back here. So let's take a walk, because we're a couple of houses away from where we call home. So let's just take a walk over, and we're going to go get the tractor. And then, like I said, we can get back here. We should be able to chop all that stuff up and then really clear this area out. Yeah, you guys get to go for a walk with me. So yeah, it's what is it? I think it's the end of August, and today's a little rainy. So we have, I think, one lawn left that we didn't get to. Unfortunately, we'll try to get that knocked out tomorrow. But it is a little rainy and wet today, but it's a good day for this kind of stuff, because, you know, when you mow grass in the rain, like, we don't have a choice most of the time. We have to, you know. And it gets, sorry about the shaky camera. I'm not good at this walking and talking thing. But it gets messy, and it's like twice as much work, and you drive the mower over the driveway, and there's wet grass. It's a little more work, but, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, we are going to go grab the tractor. we'll take a little ride back with that, and let's make a little noise in the neighborhood. That flail mower definitely makes some noise. And yeah, that's where we're at. Alright, so now we got the flail mower here. Let's say we're gonna chop up all of this stuff and clean up some of this brush over here, and yeah, let's get to it. gonna come back here with the grapple a little bit, and we're gonna push some of this stuff back out of our way. Like I said, I don't want to play too much here because there's some pretty big dead branches up there, and I don't want to push my luck. So let's get that done. Okay, so that was pretty successful. Now we're going to take the trimmer, clean up like all the little edges we couldn't get with the machine, and I am going to get the orchard ladder just because those branches just bother me. We'll get them out of there. This wall is in serious disarray, but there's no way we can really do too much to this wall with the price that we gave on this job. So we're gonna pick up some random rocks. Like there was a lot of rocks out here, like you see them. We'll pick those up and we're gonna put them on there. We're gonna blow this all out. So we're gonna try to make a nice clean line on this wall here, but you know, building a stone wall was definitely not in that. We were able to push this stuff way back out of the way, so we'll be able to rake this area out And then, like I said, come through with the trimmer. Let's clean all this out and we'll get the blowers. And that's next. So trimmer, blowers. So I know I always overdo it, but I took that out and it really made a big difference. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but here, took some more branches. All right, so we got it all trimmed out. That looked really good. Now we're gonna take the blower, clean it up really nice, and that way I can see, like, you know, if there are any rocks or if there are any like roots. I tell you, this helmet, love it. I bought this for you know, chainsaw and tree work, but I gotta tell you, like, when you're doing heavy trimming or weed whacking with the brush, this thing is great. Like, covers your whole face, because so many times, you know, we have the guy, you still get hit with stuff all the time. I'm gonna start wearing this all the time, even though I might look a little dorky wearing it. I'm telling you, this is the game changer with the weed whacker when you have heavy work to do. I will put the link in the description down there for this thing, because it wasn't expensive either. I think it was like 30, well, don't quote me on that, but I'll put the link in the description. Thanks. Alrighty, so we got it pretty well cleaned up. Probably run the flail over that a couple more times there. And we're gonna take the grapple, and we have this big hole here, and we got all kinds of random rocks. So I think what I'm gonna do, because I have the machine here, is I'm gonna try to grab some rocks and I'm gonna fill in this hole with some rocks because we have them and they're free. And we have to do that, so that way when we throw some topsoil over it, we don't have to throw it all in this hole here. And we'll go down, and I don't really know how much of this, there isn't really much I can do with that stone wall. It is pretty bad, but like I said, the ground part, we got it all cleaned up. Probably just going to get 5 yards of topsoil. We'll come back with the York rake, landscape rake, I don't know, I'm old school, I call it a York rake, but I know it's not, and clean this up. So let's see what we can do with this wall here, at least the edge of the wall. Get some of this stone and crap out of here, and let's go from there. All right, folks, so that we are gonna call it a day on this job. I will put a link to the part 2 of this in the end screen, but I think it came out pretty good. You know, the goal here is to smooth out the area and to plant grass instead of doing like a mulched in bed area. So that's the goal. But it really looks nice and cleaned up, and we've got it supported. This guy came over and helped me a little bit, but so we'll be able to, I'll smooth this out with the bucket when I bring the tractor back, and we'll fill this hole in here. But we were able to support the little house. We got a couple of blocks under there and a 4x4. Unfortunately, it was painted, but we'll deal with that later. We'll fill that in with all this with dirt, and I'll smooth these rocks out. But really looks nice and open, you know. Got a lot more room in here, so I think it is going to look fantastic. Pretty much cleaned out over here. Yeah, there it is. And like I said, that tree line has really opened up a lot of light in there. So, you know, like I said, guys, when you're doing a job, or I don't care what kind of contractor you are, I don't care if it's landscaping, or always do more than you say you're going to do on a job. Now, like I said before in my other videos, I don't mean work for free. I just mean this is what you're going to do. You explain it, you deal with the customer, and then do a little bit more. Make sure your price is right. I'm not telling you to lose your shirt, you know what I mean? But this way, when the customer comes out and they look at the job, they're like, wow, you really went the extra mile. He really did a good job on it, you know? Have a little pride. Make the customer feel good. Anyway, that's what I like to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Hit that like and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. And I also, like I said, I put the link in the description for the helmet. Thanks. Peace.